Welcome to American Radio. Gather the children, invite the neighbors over, bring in the dog, turn off the phones, and gather around the radio. It's time once again to demolish Democrats, shame Republicans, horrify liberals, and educate conservatives. Turn up the volume, America. Open the windows and let freedom ring throughout the land. And now, your personal champion of liberty, the paladin of patriotism, the warrior of wisdom, the Neo of the American Matrix, and your host for American Radio, Dave Champion.
Welcome and thank you, my friends, to another edition of American Radio this fabulous Saturday, January 27th, 2007. I see I'm getting off to a wonderful start. What was that? I managed to get about 6 seconds into it. All right, got lots of great stuff for you, my friends. First of all, before we go any further, I want to tell you that Patrick worked long and hard, and we finally have the Inner Sanctum up on the website. Now, you might be saying to yourself, what the hell is the Inner Sanctum? Well, that's only because we haven't actually used the Inner Sanctum. The imagery for it has been on the website, but we haven't really done anything with it. Well, we did something with it, and I want to tell you what that is. First of all, the Inner Sanctum, if you go to American Radio's homepage, you'll see on the left some information about the show and stations that carry the show and so forth. And then below that, you're going to see something that looks a little bit like an old-fashioned movie theater stage with the curtains pulled aside. And it's going to have the words in there, Inner Sanctum. And where before nothing would happen, now you'll actually be able to go ahead and click on that and see what's inside. Now, in time, we're going to put a lot of information in there. However, for now, what you will find there is not trivial, my friends. It is the promotion material for the American Radio Rifle Course. So, what is the promotion material for the American Radio Rifle Course? Well, primarily, it gives you a look inside the American Radio Pistol Course, so you can get an idea of what your peers, your friends, your co-listeners, what they were experiencing when they were at the American Radio Pistol Course. So we're going to give you a glimpse into the first course in hopes that it will give you an idea what the second course is going to be like. So if you go in there and click, what you're going to see is just stand by because it takes a little while to load. It's video. So I think when I brought it up here at the office, and we have awful good whiz-bang internet here, when I brought it up, it took several seconds for the page to completely fill in and load with the video and whatnot. There's video there. There is still photographs from the course there. And lastly, sort of unrelatedly, something that we sort of found is in there is a letter that I wrote to David K. Johnston, the tax beat reporter for the New York Times. Gosh, I don't know. I'm guessing a year ago. I had said in an email to David K. Johnston that he was a moral coward. And he wrote me back, and he didn't care what I said about tax law. He didn't care what I said about the New York Times. He didn't care what I said about him, except he was really flamed out that I had said he was a coward. And he went on and on and on about that. So he got a rather strong rebuttal. Now, the funny thing is, have you ever written something, set it aside, and come back to it later? And you look at it and go, wow, when did I write this? And you read through it and you say, wow, I actually wrote that. Wow, okay. Because it's with everything that has come after it, it's just a blurry memory. Well, that's how this David K. Johnston letter was to me when I reread it. But it's there. It's part of the Inner Sanctum. So we just left it there. It's there for you to read. It's in PDF format. So if you go to the Inner Sanctum, you're going to see the video from the American Radio Pistol Course. You're going to see the still photos. By the way, at the end of the video, right after yours truly shoots for the video, right after that, there are the dates of the American Radio Rifle Course. So if you didn't get those dates on the gajillion times I've given them out, they are there. They appear on screen at the end of the video, so you can get those. And, of course, the David K. Johnston letter is there. So that's what's in the Inner Sanctum. We will be doing more with that in the future. There are some changes happening here. I think I mentioned a few weeks back that I'm going to be disconnecting from my desk. Hey, Pat, can you do me a favor? I know we're reworking all the equipment. Can you give me a little more volume in here? I feel like I'm yelling into a thing. Oh, is it me something? Oh, there we go. I can still use that? All right. Sorry, folks. we've got all this new equipment we're trying to work with, and I'm trying to figure out, Pat knows what it all is, and I'm just learning on the fly. All right. So, where was I? We were talking about the inner sanctum, talking about the rifle course. All right, well, I guess we'll just move right on. I found this really humorous. Now, I think Charles Rangel, who is a congressman from New York and a Democrat, I think he is one of the biggest asses in Congress. However, I loved this line. In speaking of George Bush, he said, well, I really think he shatters the myth of white supremacy.